Dare on. Don't put
What
Dare on.
about Dare? Dare's a good song.
Dare makes me cry. I love it so much. It makes me cry. You're gonna force
I
me
get
to
it.
episode if you put Dare on. This is not good.
Yeah, but you're not on video, so nobody will see the tears of joy.
That's a good point, but you have a crying Hulk. That's never good.
All right, can you guys hear this now?
Only barely.
Yes.
Only barely. Okay. Hey, folks, thanks for tuning to the Banff Podcast. This awkward opening sequence is brought to you by Valor Knights.
Valor Knights!
How about that, huh? It's the Cybertronic Spree. Cosplayers who do old 80s Transformers music, and amongst other things. Out of Canada. This is kind of Canada's way of making up for Bieber. Okay, maybe that's enough of that. So, good guys, check them out if you can. If people ever start playing live music again, they're pretty good. All right, welcome back to the Banff Podcast, our ongoing series of Valor Knights campaigns. I'd like to welcome everyone back. Brandon, Alice, A, Jacob, Walt, how you guys doing?
Doing excellent today.
How are you?
Doing well.
All right. So, last time on Valor Knights, who wants to do the recap?
Jacob has the Optimus Prime voice. He should do it.
I guess it's you.
All right. Last time on Valor Knights.
Oh my God, it's so good.
We successfully defended the Ares lab and managed to keep the Chaos Lords from bringing an invasion force through the stellar doorway from the home world of Tectrillion. Alas, we were unable to prevent the Titan robot Tiamat from coming through before they collapsed the gateway. The Chaos Lords fled the scene as their leader, Omega Z, was seriously wounded. Luckily, the Valor Knights were aided by their new plucky support robot, Redline. It's now been a few weeks since the battle, and there hasn't been any sign of the Chaos Lords. And new reports are coming in of mysterious giant robots fighting in the public. People are curious to know just what's going on.
And quick rundown. This is Brandon's character, Redline. This is Jacob's character, Vector Alpha. This is Walt's character, Flyer. This is A's character, Gearbox. And that's Redline's vehicle mode. It also might be the ambulance from Alice and Brandon's neighborhood. We can't confirm or deny that. This is my character, who occasionally remembers to do things. That's Mega Hitch, the tow truck. Alice's character, Nitro Strike. We might have two pictures of her in this. Oh, they're action pose, Nitro Strike. And did I leave somebody out? I feel like I left somebody out, but okay.
We left
bad guys.
Yeah, we can hold off on the bad guys.
Yeah, I figured that they'll come up later. Have we ever determined exactly where you guys are hanging out in suburban Nevada? Where your compound or whatever is based?
Rowville.
Close enough to the Hoover Dam that we can use it.
All right, fair enough. Are you guys out in the hills close to the suburbs, or do you have like a hidden YMCA, abandoned rec center?
Like a bat cave?
Well, you tell me.
I would imagine we hang out
at
I imagine we hang out at like some abandoned airfield, so
That's
we can use
exactly
we can use like the big giant, hangars to conceal ourselves.
That's
dope. I was thinking of a boxing gym that was in that was once in like this huge warehouse.
That is also dope.
All right,
big warehouse gym.
A big warehouse gym. All right, so who's winning this argument? Where are you guys going to be?
Boxing gym.
A boxing gym attached to a Hoover Dam with a airport right next to it.
Walt wins.
Okay.
Who wins the argument?
I don't know. Shoot. Okay.
Because dam workers need to get their frustrations out somehow. And
those
how are you
workers?
Yes, and how are you going to get tacos in if you don't have an airstrip?
Fair enough. All right, so here is the boneyard that's next to the abandoned Air Force Base, next to the boxing gym.
It was probably the site of our first battle with the Chaos Lords on Earth when they tried to use some ancient Tectrillion artifact to animate all those planes.
All right, so you guys are hanging out at the boxing gym at the abandoned Air Force Base. When there is a knock on your very abandoned front door, who answers it?
Did someone call for pizza?
I'll answer it. Beep beep.
I'll provide cover as she goes to answer.
Okay, there is a small town rural Nevada sheriff there. His name tag does not say Barney.
What does it say?
Life.
Maybe Earl, maybe Andy. Just says, "Hello, ma'am. Sorry to start you like this. I had some reports that you all were hanging out in these parts, and well, we've had a surprising uptick in the quality and quantity of graffiti in the area."
That's terrible, officer.
You just broke Brandon.
That's terrible, officer. Tuck my cans behind my back.
He looks around. Well, you just take my card. You just let me know if you
Drop one of my cans to go.
just let me know if you happen to see anything suspicious. My number's on there.
When you say suspicious, do you mean like 6 robots just hanging out in a boxing gym attached to an abandoned boneyard?
Shh, Flyer, don't get us in trouble. I still need my egg rolls. Speaking of which, officer, have you seen a delivery car go by? I'm waiting for my egg rolls.
You all have a nice day here.
And this is why we can't have nice things.
Was that the sheriff again?
He's been here before?
No, it wasn't. It was a wrong address. Pick up my spray cans.
Nitro Strike, what I've been telling you about egg rolls, those are going to clog your filters.
Actually, I believe
But
that
they're so good. Beep beep.
I believe that the oil they lubricate them in is good for one's joints.
Exactly. Lots and lots of oil.
And we need to assimilate ourselves into Earth culture and to better understand these humans.
I thought we weren't doing that kind of stuff around here. Joints and all.
As the sheriff is walking away, he says, well, I don't see any Chinese delivery vehicles, but is that what you're talking about out there?
Grillenia Falcon. Mike, where did you find these trucks?
Oh my god.
Well, and he just pauses for a moment and taps his foot and says, I'll be seeing you, and walks away. And as he's walking away, a guy in his late 20s, probably too old to be wearing Baja shorts and a baseball cap backwards, walks up and says, hey, I heard there might be a group of heroic robots here. You guys looking for a scrappy young sidekick?
We already have one of them.
It didn't work out so hot. Do you think you can do better?
What do you mean better than Nitro Strike?
No.
Hey!
He means a squishy, plucky sidekick.
Oh!
See,
yeah, that was rather unfortunate.
See, you guys are, 10, 12 foot tall alien robots? Not exactly warm and fuzzy. You got a little human who hangs out with you, gets in trouble, you save them. It might endear you to the local citizenry. Things go wrong sometimes, makes you a little more empathetic. And he sets down his...
Officer like us?
Huh?
What? Doesn't the officer like us? He could be our sidekick.
He's already out in his car drinking coffee.
Is it Irish coffee?
It is now.
It is now. The guy sets down his suspiciously large 1980s style boombox on your front porch and hands you a laminated resume of his sidekick credentials and says, just think about it, give me a call. And he walks off.
I grab him, spin him around gently so as to not break him in half. Here, you're going to need this.
And I start spray painting him.
Yeah, she starts spray painting the back of him. I start handing him body armor, fatigues. I try to hand him a 30 caliber, but when he can't lift it, I take it back. I pick up the boombox. Is it suspiciously heavy?
Yeah, it's suspiciously heavy.
Wow, this is suspiciously heavy. What do you think of this? And then I throw it over his head to Nitro Strike.
I'm checking out his credentials and his credenza.
I start
Flyer.
I start taking apart his boombox, or inspecting it and seeing if it's safe to take apart.
Okay, give me an intelligence check. Moderate difficulty, just 15.
Okie dokie.
Young human, what is your name?
15 on the dot.
This isn't Earth tech. This looks like Tectrillian tech.
I look at him suspiciously. Where did you get this?
Just then, everyone roll for initiative.
Dun, dun, dun. He's the sidekick of a bad guy already, guys.
And
is that covered on his resume, or is he falsifying records?
Well, I want my body armor back.
When you look at his resume, you notice he's mainly been a sidekick for lots of supergroups back in the 90s, nothing in the last 10 years. So there's a long gap in his sidekick resume, and that's suspicious.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do we roll initiative again?
The D6 plus Dex.
Oh, that's right.
Yep.
I've got 2.
I got a 7.
6.
I got
7.
Nitro Strike thought coming.
Okay. Let me write everyone's numbers down real fast, like I'm a good GM. Bad guys go on 2. So everyone else before that.
What about Aid? I didn't get here.
5, 5, 5.
5.
Okay, he's number 5. 8 is 5. Alice, you were
7.
7.
Okay, Brandon, you were
6.
Oh, you guys are that's working out. Okay. Brandon 6. Jacob
8.
Okay. I guess we know who goes first. How'd you guys arrange this? This is well,
we saw it coming.
If you're going on 9,
we're like Rochambeau behind our backs with each other.
I got a 7, but Alice should go first.
All right, fair enough. Alice, you go first.
No, Alpha. Victor Alpha goes first.
Sorry, that's what I meant. Forgive me.
Jacob, he really is mixing up the two of us a lot.
Yes, I guess.
When does Felicia go?
Goodbye, Felicia. Okay. We know something's going on. What is happening?
Well, since the bad guy's going on too, you can't see exactly, but that 1980s size boombox that's suspiciously heavy is starting to move in ways that they don't usually move.
Like breakdancing moves?
No, just kind of, Rubik's Cube.
Like unfolding itself to transform, like we unfold ourselves from cars?
Maybe, yeah.
Now show me where Nitro Strike touched you.
Okay, I will grab the boombox and run outside with it, and then realize that the sheriff is there and run the other way. very much like a Batman serial.
The sheriff seemed pretty nonplussed about the whole. Sorry, he seemed undisturbed about the whole sentient transforming robot thing. So chances are he'd be okay with it. But if you want to run back inside, that's fine.
Just away from outside, but away from the sheriff, as to not endanger the sheriff.
All right, fair enough. And that is 8. So 7 is Walt and Alice. What are you guys doing?
I'm going to go outside. I'm going to go outside running after Vector Alpha. And I'm going to say, hold it up. And I'm going to take my pistol and I'm going to shoot it right in the speakers to try and basically hit it, at a nerve point and do some more damage than normal.
Okay, evade on this guy is 11, so.
Okay. I rolled a nat 20 and a 6. No joke.
What?
Wow.
Yeah!
Nat 20 and a 6.
Nitro Strike rules.
He's not going to be breakdancing it anymore.
Alice, I believe you because you just roll that good, and I know you wouldn't lie about that. But okay, this officially ends combat as the tiny robot unfolds, and you recognize him from Tectrillian's Most Wanted as Electrobeats, a mini-bot masquerading as Earth technology, obviously the spine you planted here by. Yeah.
If it's a mini bot, I have to roll twice and take the lowest. So I'm
unfortunately, we do have to abide with that. Yes.
And no joke, I just got a nat 1 and a 6 on the d6. So
You're killing me.
oh, why'd you do that to me? Bipolar dice. I can't help it. It happens.
Wow.
A red car drives up, and it's a Fiat, and you realize it's the GM's Fiat. He's going to say, no, that was a successful attack because this is just a preliminary encounter, setting the stage for something to come later. I know. It's very sad. So, all right, so he speaks in a high-pitched, electrified, staticky voice, and he's like, "You'll never get me to talk. You'll never get me to talk." Rawr, and he...
Oh, don't worry. We don't need you to talk.
Huh?
Don't worry. We don't need you to talk.
That's kind of concerning. All right, Alice, you have anything else you want to do on your turn?
Yeah, I want to hack him.
All right.
Dude.
All right. What was the last difficulty we gave for hacking guys like this? Other shifters. 20. All right. There you go. Go for it.
That's a fail.
Okay. Walt, on to you. What do you want to do?
Is he still active or he's toast?
He's starting to make that weird noise like modems did in the 90s.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah.
Does the kid seem like horrified that he was carrying around a Chaos Lord?
He seems horrified that he was caught carrying around a Chaos Lord.
Okay, so but I have full view to this guy.
Yeah, he's there in your front yard.
Yep, I'm gonna hit him with a blaster.
Okay, evade is 10. Sorry, 11 on him.
And 18, a 5, and a cat in my lap.
Kitty.
No, don't say that out loud. If he moves, I'm done. he's right near a major artery, and he looks pissed.
All right. So what's your what is your damage on that?
I have it somewhere. There we go. Flyer. 1d10 plus 2.
Okay.
And I am rolling 1d10 plus 2. And so a 7.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this guy is mostly dead. He's he stops doing his weird AOL meeting call, and he's just kind of, slowly pulling himself, towards the sidewalk.
Don't go toward the light.
So, all right, that was Alice and Walt, and who was up next? That'd be Brandon, right?
So, did Walt shoot the human or the boombox?
Boombox.
Yeah, I shot the boombox.
Okay. These references are all out of date. The best you could hope for is an unpaid internship. What kind of sidekick do you think you could be?
Are we okay? He isn't sure how to respond to any of that. He was expecting you guys were going to do horrible things to him, and the fact that he's still in a job interview is not.
We might still do horrible things to him, but
well, that's only if he's hired, guys.
That was dope.
Hang on a second. He wants to know about what kind of benefits would come.
You get to hang out with transforming vehicles. 6 of us. That's awesome benefits.
So plus, no dental?
No, none of it's done in my ambulance. All your medical care will be done inside me. We'll just shove you in the back, and when we're done, you'll come out better.
You get all the fried chicken and fried spring rolls and fried chicken wings that you can want. Anything fried. Oh, and fried butter.
That's how mini bots grow up to be full-size bots as they get too big and fat. You're gonna have a spare tire around your spare tire.
Aid, how you doing,
making
Aid?
Kissy faces at his phone.
Okay.
Aid, what would you like to do on your turn?
Is anyone standing? He's shooting.
No, there's a mini bot who's just walking. Let's see. What would you roll for a perception check in this game? What would be inappropriate?
Intellect?
Huh?
Intellect?
I would say, Yeah, take either intellect or wisdom, whichever is higher. Difficulty of 20. Let me know what you get.
Okay. Nope, fail.
Oh, okay. You don't notice anything funny in it. Nothing funny in the sky. So, all right. That is the last of the initiatives, right? Bad guys go on too.
Yeah.
But they're not going to be there till next turn. So right now it's just this very, very damaged minicon, Electro Beats, in your front yard trying to escape slowly. And that's all he's doing. So, okay. Next round. Jacob, you go first. What do you want to do?
Electro Beat. Tell us where your comrades are, and we will let you survive.
And he seems to be.
Your comrades are, and we'll let you survive.
All right, give me a second. And he says, "Well, whatever you do, you shouldn't look behind you."
He'll take the bait and he'll look behind.
Okay. Let me. Remember that big combat that was teased but didn't happen at the end of last session?
Yeah.
Do we hear the approaching Armada music?
Well, yeah. But it's just one. But maybe one's enough in this case.
By the Forge. Valor Knights, mobilize!
He's got a catchphrase. I like that. And Electro Beat says, and I want to assure you this is not a distraction to keep you from something else that's going on somewhere else. This is the real attack.
All right, I will pick up Electro Beat and throw him at Tiamat.
Okay, you can do that. Let's see what Tiamat's evade is.
Whenever the GM says this is not a distraction, you know that's it's a distraction.
Let's see.
My opposite day.
His evade is 12, I believe, but you always roll at advantage when you're trying to hit him.
All right, I roll a total of 19 and a 6 on the wild die.
Oh, okay. What benefit do you want?
I want to hit Tiamat violently with Electro Beat, so I want them both to be taking the damage.
Well, Electro Beat can't take much more damage, but if that's the only benefit you want, yeah, that's pretty easy. I can go with that. You're a leader class, right? So you get to divide up d8s.
I am. I'll put 5 towards Tiamat and 2 dice towards Electro Beat.
Okay, let me know what you got. What you roll for Tiamat.
All right. 5d8. Roll that. 24 points of damage to Tiamat.
Okay. That's smart, but he's still coming.
14 points of damage to Electro Beat.
Okay, Electro Beat is no more for this world.
Yeah. You all right, Alice?
Yeah, something I've been waiting for just arrived in the mail, so I'm going to make Brandon go out and get it for me after this. I need it. It's my arm.
You have 2 already.
I was going to say, this is getting weird.
It's the arm for the microphone.
Oh, okay. We're talking about that, yeah. Okay, so let me mark down the damage to Tiamat, and there we go. So that was on Jacob's turn. Alice and Walt, you guys go next.
Wow, he looks really big. Do I have a winch in the front of my truck?
Well, the art sure does.
Okay, so is the kid still there?
Yep, kid's still there.
All right, grab him. Time to say, I say, all right, this is your penance. Hop in, kid. Throw him into the air, transform around him, and take off. I'm going to try and lasso this guy's legs.
Oh, shit. Okay, that's cool. Help me out here, guys. What's a good roll for that?
Sounds like an attack roll to me. It's just probably a strength check. A strength check afterwards to see if he successfully grapples.
Okay, fair enough. So an attack against looks like the evade on. Oh, I had the evade wrong at first. Sorry, the evade is 15 on Tiamat. Jacob still would have hit him though. And let's. All right, so that's your difficulty on your attack roll to see if you hit him with your winch. So that's like a medium difficulty. Go for it.
I got a 17 and a 6.
You always take the highest when you're attacking on the advantage, and you're on the advantage because he's so darn big. So you got it. So to see if you grapple, that would be
Valor Knights, mobilize.
God damn, that's beautiful. I like that.
That's great. I'm gonna want that.
Well, I need a voice clip for you so I can do it.
Okay.
If you record a voice clip, send it in, and I'll change it for you.
Okay.
And we have several different ones as well, and we can do a bunch of Nitro Strike clips and Redline and all the cheese on the BAM podcast.
This is becoming a whole thing. I really like it. All right, cool. So you successfully hit him with your winch. Now we want to see if you can grapple him. So I'm guessing that's an opposed strength check. Anybody disagree with that?
I think that would be pretty accurate.
He's probably really strong. My strength is a 1.
My strength is a 5. So
Damn.
we both roll d20 and add our strength. Is that what I'm hearing?
Sounds good.
All right. Damn it. All right. Well, can you beat an 8?
18 plus 1.
You know, I got these dice from Amazon.
I will point out, Mike, that he has large and in charge. Gestalts have advantage on all strength-based checks.
That's the advantage of having the guy who wrote the class playing the game with you. Okay, we'll get a second roll then. 11 plus 3 is 14. Walt still wins.
All right.
All right. So you successfully have him grappled.
You go, Flyer.
Let's see. He can still use his ranged attack, though. So, all right. So that was your attack. Unless there's anything else you want to do, we will move on with the next in the initiative, which I believe is Alice.
Okay. I am going to. Let's see.
Do we need a name for the traitorous sidekick? Before I forget to ask. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Chad.
I've been wondering it. I did check out his resume.
All bad kids are named Chad.
That's profiling.
I would vote Scott. I would vote Scott. If you want to profile, I'd vote Scott.
How about Scott Bay?
That's perfect.
God.
That's perfect.
All right, Alice, your turn. Sorry to interrupt. Please. It is up.
Okay, so he's grappled from above. Is he still connected to contacting the ground?
Walt, where exactly did you grapple him?
I'm sorry?
You grappled him. I was assuming it was around his legs, but Alice thought it was around his arms, so maybe I missed something. Where did you grapple
Yeah,
him?
I was going around his legs.
Okay.
Okay. Is his head hanging near the ground?
It can be if I drive real fast.
Cool. I'm going to run up and I'm going to blind him by spray canning in his eyes and every set of eyes I can find on his body.
I count at least 2 in the art. I will give you a dex check with the difficulty of, what do you guys think, 15 or 20 for this? Anyone weigh in?
To be honest, 15.
All right, let's
Depends
do 15.
on how good of an effect it has.
Yeah.
Well, if he's blinded, he'll be what, -2 on all attacks?
Sure.
I'm
All
going to spend a luck because I rolled bad.
Okay. Remember, you always attack at an advantage with this guy.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Because he is quite large.
Okay, that's true. Well, thankfully for the advantage, I hit a 19, so I hit him, and I got a 1 on the d6 though. Why did you say that I always roll well? My dice are betraying me now.
I think you said bipolar dice earlier, and that seems fairly accurate to me. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Down, Nitro Strike.
So what is a good disadvantage for that?
Well, the idea was that I was like running between his legs and, shooting my hands up and sliding in between and such. So, what kind
Sounds like you're caught up in the grapple.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because depending
Getting
on
dragged
the
along.
direction. Yep, I'm caught up in the grapple and being dragged along. Sounds great.
Okay, I will say you managed to get. I will say you managed to get him half blinded, or should we say fully blinded, but you're caught in the grapple. Does that work?
Sure, that's fine with me.
All right,
I
so he's
my paint can to his groin area now. Since I'm stuck in the grapple.
all right. So we'll say is -2 enough of a disadvantage, or should we say he attacks at a disadvantage until he cleans off his eyes?
Usually, just with the disadvantage mechanic, it's rather than penalties, it's disadvantage.
It's a little bit easier, and it's a quick playing game. So okay, he's at disadvantage for the time being. Okay. And that was Alice. I believe the next up is that you, Brendan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, by the 7 makers of the gearbox! Come on, Nitro Strike, and I'm gonna try and run and get her the heck out of there. So.
Okay, so you're gonna run in, evade the
Fire
grapple.
never gives me a ride anywhere. This is fun. Whee! Beep, beep.
Yeah, I'm gonna run in and try and pull her out of that.
Okay. What do you guys think is an appropriate difficulty for that? I'm gonna say it's a dex move. Say 20.
Sure.
Driving through a grapple giant, trying to rescue a comrade that's during a combat. All right.
20, you say? Darn it, I'm rolling short.
All right, you can spend luck and reroll.
Yeah, but I already rolled an 18. Unless I'm supposed to add anything other than my dex.
Not just your dex, I think. But since we're attacking, would this count as attacking Tiamat? In which case, we'd be rolling at advantage.
More saving the friend, I would think, than attacking the Tiamat. So.
Yeah.
I'll try. No, that's a 14. So I get up there and I'm trying to grab you out and such.
I've got a luck mechanic that I can use on top of it. So
yeah, but that's just instead of us spending luck, right?
Oh, okay. I thought I could spend it for you and on top of your luck spend.
Well, you've got that ability where you can, as a mini bot, you can do that, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pop it. So I'm going to pop it, and you get another luck because of me.
You can give luck points to allies for rerolls.
Mm-hmm.
And I hit 19 again.
Well, your dex is only 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got 2 strength, 1 dex, 1 con, 2 int, and 3 charisma.
So there was really no way you're going to hit a 20 unless you rolled a natural 19 or 20. Okay.
Yep.
I tell you what. I should have considered that more before I set the difficulty. You will, with the next return, you'll be able to get her free. But for now, you're kind of engaged in the whole trying to get her untangled sort of thing.
You're dragged along with us right now. This is so much fun.
Flyer, you now are dragging 7 bots.
This is going to be murder on my winch.
It is the best kite ever.
Congo train.
How's the kid handling this?
Scott Bay? He's not saying much. He's cursing a lot. He's grabbing your oh shit bar. You have an oh shit bar, right?
It's pretty much just like a roll bar above him.
Yeah, he's holding on tight.
Because of course, because he was so antisocial, just brought the bad guys in. I didn't strap him in.
All right, Aid, it is now your turn, sir.
Okay, is this the only guy that's actually out at the moment, or is there some other people?
I had thought that a giant gestalt would be enough, but
okay, cool. I will give him a shot then. Okay.
All right, his evade is 15. That's your target for this.
Okay, and advantage, yeah. Okay,
yep, advantage.
So advantage, I hit him on the 16. Nothing
all right, you got him.
Apart from that, damage dice is a 5. Blaster damage bonus is +1, so that'll be 6 damage in total.
All right, so just 6?
Yep.
All right, so were you shooting him or hitting him with your plasma?
I'm shooting him from a distance, so I'm going to try and see if I can maybe dislodge one of his units so that he's got either missing an arm or a leg.
Is there a way to do that, Jacob? I know you had if it was a...
Maybe if I'd have got a 6, I might have been able to do it, but I didn't get it, so...
Yeah, we had it here that if the attack is natural 20 with the 6 in the benefit die, the gestalt is first to disassemble into its component robots.
Yeah. You hit him somewhere critical in his assembly matrix, and he starts to break apart.
They're not this time, unfortunately.
Yeah. Okay. Well, he takes some more damage. You guys are chipping away at him. He does have a lot of armor, but you're getting through it slowly. Okay, now it's the bad guy's turn. So if I understood correctly, he was still flying when you threw your winch around him?
Oh, I hate when this happens.
What happens?
When I get dragged along because I'm trying to stop a giant flying robot.
Okay, quick question. I could do a move like a core ability check as well as an attack on the same turn, right?
From what I saw, you get 2 actions, and so yes,
Yeah.
I could.
Yeah.
Okay. He is going to try and do a strength check to get ungrappled and break the winch. So I guess that would be strength check against flyer. Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
God damn it, motherfucker. Okay. 9 plus 5. I got a 14. What do you have, Walt?
19.
I'm going back to the Wizards of the Coast die roller. Okay. He remains grappled, and he's going to attack you with his dragon breath weapon. So what is your...
I think Flyer's getting a promotion today.
What is your evade, Flyer?
16.
I'm spending some luck. Spending luck for a reroll. Motherfucker. The pavement directly next to you?
Say again?
The pavement directly next to your vehicle
Yes.
is molten.
That is very good for me, very bad for the pavement.
Now, as a question, since Nitro Strike rolled the 1, is Nitro Strike getting caught in that as well?
He was aiming for Flyer, who was not next to Nitro Strike, so I wouldn't think so.
Okay. I didn't know if it was like an area effect breath weapon or something.
It's not defined as such, so I'm going to say it's not. All right, cool. Next round. And that would be Flyer. No, Vector Alpha. Jacob.
Victor Alpha.
You go first.
Okay, Victor Alpha is going to shout out to Mega Hitch.
Oh, I forgot he was there.
Hitch, get the sheriff out of here. We don't want him in danger.
Okay, Mega Hitch runs over to the sheriff and expresses his opinion that maybe he should leave now. The sheriff looks up from his coffee and donut and agrees, and he's on his way.
Otherwise, I am going to rally the troops. Red line, get Nitro Strike out of there. Nitro Strike, keep doing what you're doing. Flyer, you're doing wonderful. Gearbox, Blaster again. I am giving everyone an inspiring speech so that everyone has advantage on their next roll.
All right, cool. And that is that's all you're doing this turn?
Yep.
All right, perfect. On to Alice and Walt. Who wants to go first?
Alice.
Okay.
Sure.
Alice, you will be freed from the grapple by the end of Brandon's turn.
Okay, so with Brandon grabbing me, I am going to utilize that force and momentum that he's creating to come up on a back kick and try and basically kick this bot where it hurts. And it doesn't look like it's growing in this bot. It looks like basically it'd be the joints where the dragons are joining in. So I am kicking behind the knees as I'm shoving myself backwards.
All right, so his evade is 15, and you're making a melee attack, so you're rolling at the advantage, so go for it.
So let me just hear this right, Nitro Strike. You are using the force, I heard?
Yes, I am. So I'm trying to get my camera to show you guys, but anyways, I rolled a 17, a 19, 6, and 6 on my
So close. If it had been a 20 and 6, you could have disassembled them.
I know, right?
So close.
But
So
yeah,
close.
I rolled so I hit, It's not a nat 20, but I hit, and I got a 6. So, pow, with my back legs as I am shoving myself out. And
All right. So how about appropriate advantages and additional die of damage?
Okay. The additional die of damage is going to come from me jamming an empty spray can into an area that I basically opened up this joint on and jammed it in there.
Okay.
So that's...
So it's now a yellow and blue dragon for a foot?
Yes.
A little bruised.
So 11 damage.
Oh. Okay. He has 6 armor, but 5 still gets
sorry,
through.
no, 10 damage. 10 damage.
10 damage.
I apologize.
Okay.
10 damage.
Oh, no worries. You guys are definitely chipping away. He felt that for sure. Okay. And Flyer, I guess that makes it your turn.
The what do you call it? Can I somehow is there like a this is going to sound weird. Is there a transformer in the boneyard, like an electrical a big electrical generator or something like that?
I would imagine there's something like that somewhere around the abandoned Air Force Base.
I'm sure Gearbox had set up something so we could have power.
What can you tell us about that gearbox?
There's one right outside.
Can I team up with Gearbox? Throw him the line so he can wrap it around the transformer, and Gearbox with like my assistance can do an epic like shock straight up the line. Oh crap! Alice isn't out of the entangle yet.
Well, you'll have to wait for Gearbox to help, right? So it'll be a little bit later.
Yeah, there you go. All right, let's do that. Is that cool, Aiden? You down for that?
Yeah, good.
All right. I guess it's going to be some core ability checks. The first one being, so you're going to disengage your winch from your vehicle and throw it over to Aid, and he's going to grab it, right?
Yes, sir.
Should we just say you can do that because you're awesome action heroes? What do you think, Jacob? You've read the book too. All right. We'll say you can do that. It's appropriate for the genre because it also kind of suck if you failed on that roll and all of a sudden, he wasn't grappled anymore. What I am going to need from you, Aid, is a strength check.
Okay.
If Walt is not going to be helping you keep this guy under control, it's resisted strength between you and Tiamat. So.
Okay, strength for 1. Would you believe I've got 20?
Yes.
You got a natural 20?
I've got a natural 20 plus 1 for my strength.
Yeah, I rolled a 10. All right, so
I got a rock.
All right, so you've got him successfully grappled, and you're heading towards the transformer, which is not a sentient robot, which we've already determined is right over there, right?
Correct.
All right, so on your turn, should we just go ahead and, since we only have 15 minutes left in the game, should we just go ahead and say that your attack is trying to electrify him off the transformer?
All good to me.
All right, cool. We don't really need an attack roll for this, do we?
You can. No, we can either that, or you can make me have an intelligence check. See if I can link up properly or something.
I just want to take my action real quick. Come on, you little punk! Get off this thing before you're electrified junk!
Oh, that makes sense, because I'm sorry, we didn't mean to pass you by, Brendan. You actually go before Aid. It's just Walt's action was in. All right, so Brendan.
I just want to help get Nitro Strike the heck out of there and use my, and yes, you get to jump off something. There you go, Nitro Strike. And use my force field to kind of shield us from the electricity that's going to be arcing off this guy in just a matter of moments.
Is Nitro Strike surfing down the line?
Yep, I'm flying through the air, jump through the air as I push off, and he releases me from the grapple.
You gotta say it.
Whee! Beep, beep.
All right. So you guys are free, and Redline, you put a force field around the both of you, right?
Yeah.
So 10 extra hit points there. So okay, Aid, it's on to you. Can you make a let's say an easy intelligence check since you know your way around this kind of earth tech. That's target of 10. Rolling D20 and with the D6 just in case.
2 on D6 and a 15 plus 1 for my intelligence. No, sorry, 15 plus 3, so an 18 in total for my roll.
All right, cool. Yeah, you definitely got it. What is your damage?
Damage normally is 1d10.
All right, let's go ahead and roll that. I'll say plus 2 since we're going directly off the electric grid.
It's a 6 on the roll.
All right, it's a total of 8, and electricity is dancing up and down his body. All the lights to your neighbors have gone off.
I'm dancing.
And he is down below half HP. He is not happy. And that was all the good guys, right? So, all right. Aid, you just made your way to the top of the hit parade.
Okay.
What is your evade?
My evade is 13.
All right, rolling D20. I got a 14.
Okay.
Rolling a D6. I got a 3.
It's the first time he's attacking since.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so I was at a -1. Oh wait, rolling at disadvantage, so I got to roll
No,
twice.
disadvantage.
Yeah, all right. What was your evade, 8?
13.
I'm spending luck.
Yay, disadvantage is doing something.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're. Yeah. The tree next to you in the front yard there, Aid. It is going up like a Viking funeral pyre.
Okay.
You, however, are just slightly toasty from that. So yeah. And that is the only bad guy present, and he only has 1 attack. So back around to top of the initiative, which is Vector Alpha.
Victor Alpha opens up with a heavy cannon attack on Tiamat.
Damn.
Evade is 15.
I roll a 6. I'm spending luck.
All right.
And unfortunately, that's a 1 with a 6 on the D6. So I miss, but I'm not sure what good thing to happen here.
Did you already spend luck on a reroll?
Yeah, that I just did.
Okay.
The first roll was a 6. The second one was a natural 1. So.
Well, shoot. But you got a 6 on the D6.
Yeah.
Anybody have ideas for a benefit that can come from this critical failure? Wait, you were rolling? Were you rolling at advantage?
Yeah, I did not. You're correct. So I get.
Did I just remind you of your own rule, Jacob?
Yes, I'm sorry. I should be beaten. I should be flogged. I still only total a 10. So I either way I'm missing.
All right, fair enough. Anything else you want to do besides attack?
He's already done the rallying speech, so that pretty much nope. I think I'm done.
All right, moving down. That takes us to Walt and Alice, Flyer and Nitro Strike. Who's going first?
Go, Walt.
All right, so we still haven't broken this guy up yet, but he's still active and pretty dangerous, right?
Well, I mean, he's theoretically very dangerous. He has done 0 damage to any of you. Theoretically.
But he's messed up some trees and concrete.
Yeah, he's fucking up your property values. But yeah.
At the abandoned airfield.
Yay for blinding.
Gentrification is a very slow process.
I want to drive straight at him, throw myself back into robot mode, and try and hit him with my plasma hammer, and just make sure that Scott Bay is safely tucked under my arm.
Like a small child, or perhaps a purse dog?
Very much like a purse dog.
Okay, fair enough.
Wait till we see how we feed him later. Yeah, I got a 7 and a 5.
Were you rolling at advantage?
I'm rolling at advantage. So what does that do for me? I get to roll again.
Yeah. You roll twice. You take the highest one.
An 18 and a 5.
All right. His evade was 15, so you got him.
And then 1d10 plus 3, a 12.
Okay. He's down to about a third of his hit points. He's not cursing you or making any threats or vows or challenges because he's busy being electrified. But he glares at you meaningfully as the electricity arcs up and down his form. So, Alice, Nitro Strike, it is your turn.
Okay, so I am currently being force field shielded by Brandon, so I'm going to take his force. I'm going to rely on his force field, and what I'd like to do is channel my ability to generate an ion shield through my blaster to basically stop his electrifying, charge everywhere. So I just want to basically throw it at him to turn off his electricity field.
You're going to undo what Walt did? What Walt and Aid did? Am I
I thought
understanding you correctly?
what he is generating to beat people up with.
No. Walt threw his tow cable to Gearbox Aid, who connected it to a transformer, i.e., a big electrical box in the front yard.
Not a shape-changing robot.
I heard that, but I thought that was separate from the shield, the electricity he's generating. Okay.
No, he's being continually electrocuted until he wins his strength check and can get away from the transformer. So
really, the only thing that he's done is suck pretty bad, Alice.
Yeah, he's
my apologies for misunderstanding that. Okay, so at that point, I am going to go and start running up the nearest electricity pole and go up to the box and start fiddling with it to overcharge the power that's going into him.
Okay, that's an intelligence check. You're very familiar with this kind of basic Earth technology, so difficulty is only 10.
Oh, I made it. And a 6. Nice. 6 on the D6.
6 on the D6. Okay, right now, let's see. He was taking... I'm sorry?
I didn't fry the neighborhood.
Well, the neighborhood's already lost power. You guys are sucking it all. But, all right, so why don't you... What's your attack dice? You're a mini-bot, so it's D4, right?
D4 plus 2 on an unarmed or D4 plus 1 on my blaster. Yeah, I don't do much.
All right, roll 2D4. Tell me what that is. I'll add it to his damage from being electrified per turn.
Okay. Do I add my unarmed or do I add my blaster damage?
Which is higher?
My unarmed.
All right, add that.
I did 6 total.
Okay, so he'll be taking 6 more in addition to the aid. What were you doing to him already? Huh?
D10.
D10. So he's taking a total of 16 next turn. So, all right. That moves down to Brandon. You're next.
All right. Can I use my force field to try and reinforce the hold that the tow line has on him to make him need to overcome the force field as well?
I love you and Alice because you guys bring up situations I never previously thought about. Games like this. Jacob, since you spent since you've spent some time with the rule book too, what's your thought on that?
Well, this is a really out of the box situation. Maybe it's like he's no longer grounded, so if it succeeds, he takes additional damage from the electricity.
Yeah, I mean, basically, we're using a defensive capability for offensive purposes.
I'm just trying to. I'm not trying to increase the damage, but just to hold it on to him. Basically, keep it so that he'd have to pull it across the force field to get it away from him.
He's trying to add to a grapple effect, essentially, making it harder on the grapple to be broken.
So in that case, I'd probably say instead of the advantage that Tiamat would get for getting out of the grapple check, just a regular die roll. Instead of rolling 2 dice, she only gets 1 die.
Yeah, fair enough.
Sounds awesome, and I'm going to turn my ion shield on.
Okay, fair enough. Anything else you're doing this turn?
That's both my actions.
All right, cool. Down to Aid. Aid, what'd you like to do?
Okay, do I need to make another check to get my held, or?
You can make another attack if you'd like. Are you still holding the tow line?
I will hold it to the box if need be. Yeah.
All right, let's do a strength check. Make sure you can keep him grappled. Hang on. What'd you roll?
18.
You succeed.
Okay.
What you doing, bud?
I'm putting on my.
All right.
Yes, Mom.
So another D10 damage.
Yep. He takes 16 damage between you and Alice, so he
Okay,
is he is very, very wounded. He's down to single digits, and at this point, he kind of sloughs over and bends down, on the ground, trying to get his bearings. And right then, the sheriff pulls back up, Sheriff Earl, and he says, "Have you guys heard? There's been an attack on the Hoover Dam." And he turns on the radio, and there's a story about several Chaos Lords who've taken over the Hoover Dam. And scene.
I was going to say, have you heard we just been battling a giant robot?
It's like, oh, that's interesting.
That lion Chaos Lord, he promised this wasn't a distraction.
All right, guys, I actually have to go. So
Okay.
Yep.
I will see you guys next Thursday.
Thank you for running. This is it was fun.
Yeah.
Cool.
And to all our viewers, thanks. We'll catch you next time on the Banff Podcast.
And Valor Knights.
This was lunchtime beat 'em up.